Well, good morning. My name is Richard Rosengarten, and I teach religion, literature, and visual culture here. I send greetings on behalf of Dean David Nierenberg, who isn't able to join us today, but is really pleased by your presence here and excited by what we're going to engage in. Welcome to Global Christianities, Perspectives, Methods, and Challenges, the second in a series of 5 conferences to be held over these 5 years at the Divinity School of the University of Chicago, to think forward about the phenomenon of Christianity as one of the fastest growing religions in the world, and to aim to foster and to promote a thoughtful kind of conversation about that phenomenon, about its complexity, about its internationality, and about the ways it ought to help us to rethink how we consider the role of Christianity in global society today. Towards that end, we have a program that includes scholars in theology, history, classics, history of religions, and the like, to help us think forward and to index for us in general the various vortices through which one can think about this phenomenon. I have 2 happy tasks. One is to thank Tandean Rustandy, who is with us today, and who is the person who is supporting these meetings and has become a great friend and benefactor of the Divinity School. Welcome, Mr. Rustandy, and thank you. And secondly, to thank cherished colleagues at the Divinity School who have taken a major role in the planning of these events, and some of whom at least you will meet throughout the day: Professor Kevin Hector, Professor Angie Hupp, Professor Dwight Hopkins, and Professor Karen Krause. I also want to say a word of thanks to Sarah Bigger, who is by the door and in an appropriate stance, since I think of her as sentry for all these activities. So without further ado, let me introduce Professor Kevin Hector and let the fun begin. And again, welcome.
Good morning. My name is Kevin Hector. I teach theology and philosophy of religions here. It is no exaggeration to say that when the Global Christianities Committee got together to talk about who in the world we would be most excited to get together, and we dreamed big dreams, we couldn't have imagined that we would be able to put together a slate of speakers that we have this morning. This will only resonate with some of you, but it reminded me of if I invited all of the Avengers to my kid's birthday party and they all came. It's an honor for me. It's truly an honor. I'm humbled to get to introduce the speakers for this morning's session. I will introduce them in turn. They will each give a talk, and then we will have discussion of both talks together. So I would encourage you to write down your questions.